Now to add the coordinates to this map, move it a little here. It's okay, it's all right here. So select on this map frame, and here is the coordinate, this new grid button. So I will add the grid to here, like this one. You can use different grid formats from here. You can also add new custom grid, but I will use this one, this first one, black horizontal label grid. But you can see that it is very congested, and I don't need it. And also the position of these grids, I don't need it like horizontal. I mean, I need it to make it vertical, like this. Here it overlaps, and okay. And I also don't need these graticules. These are graticules. These lines are graticules, so I don't need it. So you can right click on it and go to the properties. So you will open this grid properties. But if you uncheck it and now you want to go to the grid properties, and you select it and then right click on it, so you will not open the grid properties. You will have the map frame properties. To go to the grid properties, on the right side you can see grid, this grid, black horizontal label graticule. So right click on it and go to the properties from here. Okay, now these intervals are automatically adjusted, so I will uncheck this automatic adjustment. If I want to change the, for example, the label position, the label intervals, the longitude and latitude intervals, so I can't change it from here. First I will have to uncheck this automatic adjustment. I will uncheck it, and now let me go to these labels so I can change it now. So when you increase this is actually a degree position. This is degree, this is minute, and this is second. So every 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, it has added grid. But to make it 10, it will add a space of 10 interval. So let me make it 10, and let me see it. Once you change, and the longitude, the latitude will also be changed automatically, like this, and you will see here like this. So let me make it 20. So 20. I think it's perfect now, but I also need it in the to make these sides vertical, and I don't need here the labels, because it overlap with the symbology. I don't need it here. So you can control the visibility from here. So at the eastern side I don't need any labels, graticule labels, so I will uncheck this here. So it has been removed now. If you need, make sure that you have selected the label here. If you want to hide these or to remove the tick 1 or ticks, you can also select this and remove it from here, like this. Okay, I don't need these grid lines, so I will select it and will remove it from here. But if you remove these labels, you can for example, if you want to add those graticule once again, so you can click here and add grid lines like this, and the grid lines will be added once again. But I don't need it, like, okay. And you can also change the order, like I want to change the order of the label. So you can select move it down like this. Let me once again move it to up to the upside. And now let me change the position of these labels. So make it vertical. You can make it vertical from here. On the western side, I will check the western side vertical. So it will make it like this, vertical. Okay, all right. And to change the size of these labels, you can select symbol and click on this A symbols. Okay, once again click on it. All right, so it has the size of 7, so you can select 12 and click apply. To change, you can change the font as well from here. All right, now you can add a polygon here as well, like this. Okay, so your map is ready to export it. Okay, so one thing more, we didn't edit any symbology, the strike slip fault, so I will add it from here now. We don't have any symbol for this, so let's go to this the text and I will select this line and you can digitize it here like this. Finish it, or double you can double click it. Now once again select line, zoom in, and you can move it like this. If you want to change the you can move it like this as well. So you can add the symbol to the strike slip fault like this, and also you will have to add the symbol here like this, and click again. G. Okay, let me go to the properties, and you can change the angle or rotation. So actually we have entered to the map frame, so I will once again redo it. Now let me select this. Actually you can select this line from here as well. So I will go to the properties, and you can change the angle like this. to make it aligned. Alright, like this. Now I will export the map, go to the share and export layout. You can also make it drop down by and you can flatten PDF, GeoReport PDF, GeoTip and this. But I will select and I will click here and you can select the file type. You can also export it in the TIFF format. It will have it will export the map in GeoReport format. If you export it in the PDF format, and again you can in this PDF format the coordinates are inbuilt, and when you open it in the global mapper, and you can convert it into PDF or KMZ as well from there in the PDF format. But you can also export it in the TIFF format, and in this TIFF format, the TIFF format will also have the coordinates and will be in the GeoReport form. But let me export in the JPEG format. Go to the select the location where you want to save your project. I will go to this project, geological map, and select this new folder, output. I'll select it and will layout in goal map. You can also change the name of this, but I will export it with this name. Okay, you can maximize the quality and also the resolution. You can change the resolution. I have selected a DPI of 500 and all these, leave it all these by default, and now export it. Once it is exported, it will show it that your map is ready to view. Export layout. Okay, so our map has been exported. Now let me go to the desired folder. Map layout, and now open it. So this is the map that we have created and exported just now. So you can see these mountain and features in the map like this. See.